Round number 8 in the F1 25 alternate championship brings us to Monaco. But Monaco doesn't have a purpose-built racetrack. Literally, we have a street circuit. There was a few options on the table. The Formula E circuit, running an extended version of the layout, reverse. But really, none of them are either available or the AI aren't very good. So we had to go outside the box. Monaco is next to France. And in France, we have some race circuits. So that, combined with some of your guys' feedback in my recent community post asking, what do we do here? You guys mentioned Le Mans, because we are in the, fortnight here of the Triple Crown. We've got Indy today, Monaco today, and then in 2 weeks we have the 24 hours of Le Mans. So why don't we put F1 cars on the Circuit de la Sarthe? So, heading into this one, guys, we're going to delve into the standings. Before we do that, I want to quickly plug the previous episode. Spoiler warning ahead with the standings upcoming, so go watch it. It was the alternate Imola Grand Prix, and of course, in that case, we went to Misano, the MotoGP circuit. So, go check it out, video on screen. But for this one, this is how things look. We arrive here leading the championship. Hamilton is 11 points behind, and then we have Verstappen, Antonelli, and Leclerc also in the realm, Gasly as well. Then there's a bit of a gap to Hülkenberg and co behind. So really we're looking at that top 6 and especially the 2 Ferraris, Verstappen, Antonelli. Now for this one, we do have a change in place. Franco Colapinto is replacing Jack Doohan, who was in P13 of course, and I believe got that race win a few rounds ago. So we're now going to have a bit of a change in the standings from this episode onwards. We're second in the constructors, Mercedes currently third, and yeah, generally speaking, we're going to see how things pan out in today's video. But now we're going to jump into the grid rundown and show you how this one looks. Now for this one, Lando Norris is on pole. The random grid has jumbled things up again, and Lando, who is bottom of the championship, actually starts from pole today. Sonoda is also up there alongside with Russell, and then Colapinto debuts starting from P4, so a good start for him here today. Ocon and Leclerc are behind. Leclerc, of course, one of our rivals in the championship, and then Antonelli as well. Alonso P8 ahead of Hamilton, who starts P9. That's one to look out for. Then we have Hülkenberg, Stroll, Behrman, Piastri. Then also we have Gasly there in P13. Bortoleto, Lawson, Albon, Sainz, Verstappen, Hadjar, and myself at the back of the grid. So we're ready to go. We're locked in. It's showtime. Pilote, démarrer von moteur as we go to the lights here at Le Mans. 4 wide standing start, which is going to be chaotic. Away we go. Oh my god. Yep, we'll do that. We'll just squeeze through. Thank you very much. And that is already P15. So good stuff, although I'll say that. Lawson's back for seconds here as we head into turn 1, turn 2, 3. Into the chicane. Lawson will just go around the outside, but we'll try and return the favour. Oh, car bottoming out there. As we head downhill, we're going to get Lawson. We're going to have a look at Gasly, of course, one of the home favourites. Actually, the home favourite, I believe. That's never going to work. We're going to back out of that. No interest in going too wide through there as we head down the back straight. Right. Here we go then. Slipstream right away. Pull out alongside of Pierre as we head into the first of the chicanes. Battery is going to be interesting here. Very interesting, I think. Down the inside we go. Pierre still there. We've got no grip or temperature in the tyres, but we're going to go through and get that position. So P14 already. But Gasly is back for more, so he's now using some of his engine mode, so we're going to do the same. So try and pull back ahead. And there it is. P14 wrapped up. Gasly, they're back again with the slipstream. Into this next chicane we go, braking super late to make sure we stay ahead definitively. So, 7 laps we have in this one, so that's going to be interesting. We're going to get plenty of racing action. We've already gone through our battery allocation for the lap, which is not exactly ideal, but it means we get an overtake, which is exactly what I was looking for on Pierre, so we can now try and hopefully get a few more. To be fair, I'd love to see F1 racing. I think low-key F1 could race here now. You know, we've got the cars really for it. It's the right time. If it ever were to happen, it would be now. Gasly through again. I'll turn the battery up, but I've got nothing left to burn, so that's not exactly ideal. So the AI managing in a bit of a better way compared to me. We'll have to try and figure that out over the next 6 laps. Anyway, tyres are still slowly making their way up in terms of temperature. Now Gasly having a look at Stroll here, so the AI keen to get on with it. I don't know if the override's working. I don't think it is. So literally nothing we can do. Once you run out of deployment, that is it for the lap. As we head into the Porsche curves for the first time. Let's enjoy these. First ones are flat. I think this is all going to be flat, to be fair. Yep, that's all flat. Wow, that's amazing. Can't wait to hopefully do that with a bit of clean air and, you know, full send it with some battery and engine modes later on. Now then, into the final double chicane. Important to not get too greedy over some of these curbs as we head on to lap number 2 in this race. Sonoda still leads the way as we're in the 3 minutes in terms of lap time. Let's try and see if we can make some progress here and catch up to Stroll. The car does not like those curbs at that first chicane. Let's see if I can try and set something up here through this right-hander onto the back straight. That should be flat, but it isn't just yet. Oh my god, what a save. Whew. Wow, we're going to override the battery a bit just to recover some top speed, but that was scary, mate. Proper scary. Unbelievable save. You can see every single car up ahead. That's how close we are. So this is going to be a real scrap. Too wide ahead as we head into the chicane. These straights are so long, the tyres go cold. But look at this. They are too widening it everywhere, and they're slow on the way out. So we're going to get a chance to carve through and make some passes here. So we are going to try and hopefully make a bit of progress as we head into this next chicane. I would say alongside Behrman, but he's slowly made his way ahead. Going to brake super late to try and get that move done. We just tapped the back of Piastri there for good measure, but we're through. So that's P12. I've got a bit more battery saved this time, so we should be a bit more efficient and we should have something to fight with. Behrman closing, but not close enough to challenge, I don't think, here. So there we go, we've got those moves done. The AI making things a little bit easier for us there by having a bit of a poor first chicane, which allowed us to close in and pass a few cars. We're going to use some battery here just to try and climb a little bit in terms of top speed. Behrman's been overtaken by Stroll and Lawson behind, it seems, so Behrman potentially dropping back. As now we're going to try and line this up and see if we can make some more overtakes. I think once we clear, looks like these 3 or 4 cars will have a nice bit of clear track to really make some progress and hopefully improve. Hamilton's right there, by the way, P10. So that's important. If we can try and finish ahead of him, we'll extend our championship lead. He's currently going side by side. As we have Stroll having a look into the Porsche curves. Right, we're going to keep it pinned. Let's go, Lance. What you got, Sunshine? Look at this. Look at this. It's entirely side by side all the way through. Oh, I had to get out of that a little bit on the way out of it, but whew, absolutely unreal. Absolutely insane. Going side by side through there. Through the last chicane. Oh, that was nice. Hooked that one up, an absolute treat. Sonoda in the 3-minute 14s. I mean, that's pretty insane pace-wise. 3:16 for us as we're going to try and close it on Piastri here. And let's try not to make the same mistake as last lap, heading onto that back straight. But that curb really bites. Just like on the last lap there, just struggling to attack that curb. The car doesn't like it. But we're good through here. Let's just be careful through this kink. There we go. That's more like it. Probably could cut that inside bit a little bit more. We're going to go up on the engine mode just a smidge to try and have a competitive top speed. But right now the AI are locked in, man. We are not making the progress that I'd like. I'm going to defend here because I can see Stroll's closing on the Delta. So we'll show him the outside. He's actually backed out of it. So that's going to enable us to take the corner normally and freely. Right, come on. We're close. I'll use a bit of engine here just to try and get that slipstream. We're usually very good into this next chicane, so we might have a chance to do something here. Hamilton's still side by side. I can't tell with who, but it might be Verstappen. Into the chicane we go. No, it's Sauber. Up we go on the battery. Look at the acceleration out of there from Piastri. They really are using their battery well. I can't match them really. I feel like I run out before they do, so we'll see how that goes. Into the braking zone. There it is. Oh, almost got the exit there on Oscar. We'll just slot into the slipstream instead. Just going to wait. We should naturally, with the toe, just gain, and there it is. We'll just dabble a little bit with engine mode to try and stay alongside here so we can make a move. Piastri holds on though. Good defensive driving. We get the switch back. Right on the outside. Going to get hung out to dry there. That wasn't going to work. I should have gone for the switch back again. Not ideal. And we're going to run out of deployment again, so we might be running it back here with Lance into the Porsche curves. He's lurking, but I've just managed to shut the door on him and close him out before he got there, so we can now take the Porsche curves on our own with clean air and hopefully just try and close in on Piastri here. That was nice through that one. And that one as well, that's more like it. Absolutely beautiful in an F1 car. And now the last chicanes. Sonoda 3:13, very quick pace. We are very quick through these last chicanes, although that wasn't the best exit out the last one. 3:14. Right, come on. I feel like we've wasted 2 laps, but the AI is genuinely really good. It's hard to make progress around it. Taking it a bit easier. This time Piastri gets loose through that curb, so I'm not the only one. And that has put him on the back foot because now we are close. If I can just stay tidy through here, which I can't quite do it. The curb bites again. Oh my god, this is so frustrating. It's really difficult. Every time we get a run, we hit a curb or something goes wrong and we lose momentum. I'm going to have to use engine mode early on here to compensate for the lack of exit speed so that Stroll doesn't challenge into the chicane. But this is the one. Come on, if I can get a good chicane here, I can try and launch myself onto Piastri. A little bit deep for the first part, but we get our apex. Hamilton's still battling with Hülkenberg, by the way. It's just a constant scrap. And now Piastri is getting involved here. Look at this. Right. I'm going to get it this time. We've got to be ready on the battery for the exit, because we know the air accelerate really well. So here we go. On the battery straight away. Could have maybe gone third gear, to be fair. That was a massive check-up. Trying to close in here. I'm going back down on engine now to manage, but Piastri there, just running out of deployment possibly a little bit, opens the door. Can't brake late though because we've got Hamilton right there. But we get Oscar and we might get Hamilton. Here we go. Lewis does have a slipstream from Hülkenberg, but we are super close. We are super tucked in. We're going to pull out. Try and get a distant slip from Nico. Hamilton moves back across, bit of contact. Just trying to hold this engine mode. We've run out of deployment for the lap, so we have to kind of make this stick. But we don't. Hamilton brakes super late. Credit to him, that was really, really late. And we're now out of deployment for the lap as we lock up a little bit and lose the back end. Struggling with the tyres around it. Here goes Piastri. He's got Barry. I've got nothing to respond with. I'm literally just a sitting duck. I'll try and get a slipstream instead, though. This is going to be tricky, but we're going to do it again. Piastri backs out, though. So that was good from us to get that move done. That was crucial. But they just do a much better job with battery than I do. I think I'm a bit high on wing, potentially, compared to them around here. But we've closed in on Lewis. Come on, let's send it through here. Let's try and get the right line. I can set something up for the pit straight if I'm lucky. Oh, the exit lets me down again there. Still though, purple sector 3. That's a good sign. 3 laps to go. This one and 2 more. Oh, Hamilton gets loose. Hello. There's the opening. Yes, come on. So the AI are making mistakes as well. It's not just me. Those curbs are biting everyone. Gonna have to use engine mode though because Hamilton's right there. He might well, to be fair, pull alongside here. I'll just cover the right. If he has to go, we'll let him go left. Meanwhile, up ahead, Hulkenberg challenging Alonso. So there could be some battling, but we've got the crucial move now on Lewis, which is what I was looking for, because of course he's our nearest championship rival. If I haven't seen Antonelli, I don't know if I passed him already or if he's ahead or behind, so question mark on him also. I don't think I've seen Verstappen yet. So there's a few championship rivals that we haven't dealt with. Also Leclerc, I feel like I haven't seen, so yeah, we'll have to figure it out. Anyway, Hulkenberg has passed Alonso. Hello, purple sector 1. Oh, bit of a snap, but definitely third gear. Working a lot better. That's given us a good enough exit that I can get a slipstream here without having to use more engine mode. So we might be able to challenge Fernando into this braking zone. I love that there's no DRS. And that's what it should be around here. If F1 were to ever race here, the straights are more than long enough that you would get a slipstream effect. We don't execute, but now we're going to use that little bit of saved battery to try again. Look at the run we've got. Through we go. Come on, can I just get in front? No, Alonso's coming back. Should have maybe used a bit more battery there. Side by side. Down the inside here. Oh my god, they are so strong. In that particular corner, they can just get the car stopped so late. Right, well, we'll use the last bit of the battery here and we'll try. I'd love to get a move into the last chicanes if we can get the Porsche curves lined up. Potentially here, close enough to Alonso to make that happen. Let's see. It's tidy so far, very tidy. We gained so much there on the last bit on the exit, but we are just going to run out of momentum. If I had some battery at this point of the lap, we could probably use it, but either way, through the last chicane, going to go third gear. That worked well last time. Russell setting the pace, and now Hulkenberg and now us, so everyone's going quicker here. We're all equally matched for pace, which is great. So again, we've got the difficulty and everything spot on. Through the first chicane. There it is again. AI keep messing that one up. Alonso's slow. Opportunity knocks. Wow, that was late from Alonso. Super late braking through there. Just gonna have to wait a little bit through this bit. Right. You just got away. We'll use a little bit of battery just to close in, and now with the slipstream we should be able to naturally close this gap. Come on. Got a decent bit of momentum, but then we hit the air and suddenly we level out. Oh, I'm in a bit wide. I tried to leave room. We're through though. Happy days. Job done. I think he'll probably fight back, but we'll let him go to the outside. I want to keep the inside line for myself. Lap and a half to go. There's Antonelli, P7 by the way, so if I could get him, that'd be great, but he's currently, I think, battling. So that's going to be interesting. Hulkenberg next up. First time we get to take that chicane uninterrupted, and we gain nearly a second on Alonso there and pull away. So let's try and set our sights on Hulkenberg. I'm going to try and get a good hairpin here and then deploy that battery on the way out to try and get a run. Not great, to be fair. Hulkenberg did really well, but Antonelli looking like he's going to make a move. I think it could be on Leclerc, you know. It could be on Leclerc. Also, we're a bit marginal on fuel. 1.4 laps to go. We should be fine to make it. I've estimated it, but it's a little bit closer than I thought. But look at this up ahead. It is Leclerc. So Leclerc and Antonelli right there. That's for the championship. That's important for us to get involved in that scrap. Keep locking up into that. Right, let's use the battery we've saved. We'll have a strong third sector because of this. We're going to have battery all the way almost to the line. We'll probably top out at the Porsche curves, but you can see there, personal best middle sector because of the battery we have. This is going to be a spicy last lap. If we can get all three of these guys, that would be huge. First time we use battery for the Porsche curves, and we're way quicker this time. Look at the speed, look at the run we've got. We've actually got a chance here at getting Hulkenberg. Do I dare? Oh my god, that was so tricky. Gonna try and set up the exit out the last corner. I'll tell you what, this is gonna be bloody close on fuel. I've got one estimated lap left, and I've fueled the AI exactly the same as me, so got the estimations a little bit wrong, but we should have enough to see this through. Whoa, big moment for Hulkenberg. That's the biggest one yet. I'm telling you now, that's why I'm not even touching that curb anymore. That curb is an absolute killer. Through we go. We punish him for that mistake, and now we're on to Antonelli. Come on. I smell blood. Opportunity knocks. That curb again. Right, in the slipstream then. Like with Alonso. We'll just slowly creep up to the back of the Merc. Closing, closing, closing. There it is. Hold on as long as possible to pull out of the slipstream. Down the inside we go. That's a good move. That's a great move. And now we're going to get Leclerc here. Come on. Closing. Closing. If we get this line, we'll pass him into the chicane. The AI not great into this one. Literally bang on side by side here. Braking super late, but we go through. And I'll tell you something. We might just get a look at Ocon here. I've got the battery, so we're going to knock it into medium. And hopefully catch. The fuel is going to be bloody tight. I'm telling you now, this is going to be on the margins. I think we're going to make it just. Through the hairpin, keep it tidy. Good exit. We'll just gain all the way through here. I'd love to get a move in the Porsche curves if I have the battery, which we should do. I'm keeping my powder dry. I'm not rushing into using the battery on this lap. Right, come on then. Important to nail these two corners. A little bit wide, but we get a decent exit out of the first one. Let's not lock up and run deep. There we go. Come on then. On the battery. Using a nice bit there. Saving a little bit for the Porsche curves. Just going to hold 7th gear. Come on. We did a rehearsal with Hulkenberg. Last lap. And now we execute. Come on. Using every last bit of the battery to try and get Hulkenberg like we did last lap, but this time with Ocon. We lock on. I'm going through. Bit of contact. But I'll take it. And we just make it on fuel. Whew. P5. Yes. That is an absolutely huge result. And to be fair, we've got a bit of a change. Russell won by quite some margin. Tsunoda, who led the majority of the race, didn't win it. And Lando started from pole, so the top 3 actually mixed up throughout the race. Colapinto bags a P4 on debut, so he converts his starting position. So good drive from him. We get a P5, and we also set the fastest lap on the last lap as well. So very good pace. We eventually figured out the battery and also the best way to overtake the AI. So P5, good points in the championship. Ocon, P6, also in the points again. Then we have Leclerc and Antonelli, of course, our rivals, P7, P8, Hulkenberg, P9, and Hamilton, P10, getting the last point. And then missing out, Stroll, Alonso, Piastri, Gasly, Behrman, Hadjar, Albon, Verstappen down in 18th, Lawson, Bortoletto, and at the back, Carlos Sainz. So there's your lot. Very fun race. Absolutely loved it. Obviously, I knew Le Mans is a great track and it was always going to work well, but I'll watch that last overtake back because I feel like I don't think I changed my line into the last chicane. I just think Ocon kind of nudged into me a little bit. But I think that was a fair move, a good move. Not a clean move, but I don't think it was dirty because of me necessarily. But I'll watch it back, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But yeah. Anyway, in the meantime, on screen you would have had the standings updated from these results. And I got to say, things are looking up, things are looking good. I believe we're going to extend our championship lead. A few people will climb the table. Norris will climb, Colapinto on debut will climb, and yeah, things are going to shuffle a little bit. But either way, the important takeaway is that we extend our lead. So happy days, and we go on to the next one, which is the Spanish Grand Prix. So also some decent selections for that one. So already, guys, if you want to comment down below, what do you want to see for that one? Let me know in the comment section. Either way, you're also going to have the mods linked in the description box down the bottom there, guys, so go check those out. Also, a massive shout out, as always, to my channel members for supporting all the content. Guys, check out the 2 videos on screen for more videos like this one. And yeah, hopefully you enjoy it. F1 25 on the way next week. In the meantime, I'll see you guys next time. Take care, and it's goodbye from me.